Today's episode of TWIMMO is brought to you by World of Tanks. To check it out absolutely free, just head on over to gboffer.com/ that's right, you guessed it, tanks. Game Breaker TV. What is up, everybody? Welcome to This Week in MMO, episode 208 for October 30th, 2014. I'm Gary Gannon, and we're going to talk about Destiny. We're going to talk about BlizzCon. We're going to talk about Twitch new rules. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of other stuff. Joining me, as always, the one, the only, Mr. Troy Blackburn.
Brains.
Mr. Troy Brains.
Tanks. He likes tanks.
Are you going to do the entire show with this mask on? Which is an incredible mask, by the way.
Brains. Thanks, brains.
You can't say anything but brains. Joining us, as always, Mr. JKK, Justin Kennedy. Wait, he's undressing. What's this?
Oh, he's going to take off his mask.
Wait, that is a serious mask you have on there. And I have to confess, we talked a little bit about it in pre-show.
That covers like the full skin.
Yeah.
It goes all the way down.
Tell me a little bit. I was just saying, I gotta confess that we talked a little bit about that mask in pre-show, but that is like a serious mask you've got there, sir.
That is a very expensive mask. That sucker runs between $600 and $700. That is a professional haunt attraction type accessory there.
Why would it be so expensive? Is it something that they would actually like use? Is something they would use in like theatrical like film? Is it that good, or they would?
It absolutely comes from a company that does a lot of masks for like Hollywood and stuff like that. A lot of times when you see what looks like very extensive makeup, a lot of times it's a silicone mask like this. They do a lot of prosthetics and stuff too, but sometimes you can just do a silicone mask and it looks, because it suctions to the face like that, so it looks really realistic.
How hot is that mask to put on to wear?
Just sitting here, it's not that bad. When you're walking around trying to interact with people and work queue lines and stuff like that and scare people, you will absolutely, during the course of a night, you'll just open the neck of it up and sweat will just pour out.
That's gnarly. But
yeah, they get washed pretty much every week, especially if there's different people wearing them. Usually one person per season wears the mask.
Then it gets sent out for disinfectant. Don't want to get the Ebola.
Yes,
Ebola.
I was just fixing to say Ebola.
We've been talking. We're doing pilot episodes of the Black Triangle show, which is a new show. We've been talking a lot about Ebola. We hit that up. Got to get that Ebola rockarola. All right, let's bring everybody up to speed really quick. What's going on? Been trying to do it at the beginning of TWIMMO. Just what's happening at Game Breaker, all that good stuff. New shows in the works. Working on a Heroes of the Storm show. Working on a pilot episode of that. Not long form show like TWIMMO though, more Waypoint style. If you guys haven't watched Waypoints, you should check out our League of Legends Waypoint and Summoner Showcase Revival. Probably clock in, I don't know. What do you think, Troy? 6 to 10 minutes?
Yeah, it's just short enough that you're going to get all the news information that's been going on the past week, but you're not going to have to sit there for 30, 45 minutes to take it all in. It's real concise. It lets you know what's going on in a very entertaining fashion.
Yeah, so I'm going to be working on that. If it's decent, I'll post it, get it out. You guys give us some feedback. Let us know what you think. I'm going to be working on a whole bunch of new graphics. I think we need new graphics. You think people are going to flip out if we get rid of the TWIMMO graphic?
Yes.
Is that like,
even if it's better, yes.
I think if you get rid of the TWIMMO creature, they might flip out.
Yeah, they probably will. All right, maybe we won't get rid of that. I don't know. I want new graphics, though. We got a little background going on here. We got new software. We're going to get new lower thirds. Try and get some new shows going. Got a Black Triangle show we're working on. Maybe another Game Breaker show. Can't talk about yet, but some good stuff in 2015. So new year, freshen things up, get things going again.
We're like a game development company. Everything starts out super top secret.
Until I hit Twitter at like 2 in the morning.
Yeah, Gary's just like, oh,
here's everything.
If you ever want to know what's happening in Game Breaker that nobody knows about, follow Gary Gannon on Twitter and be awake at 2 in the morning.
There you go.
Or find out what URLs he's buying.
Or don't tell people that.
You have like 100 of them, so it's like they'd be able to figure out what you're doing.
All right, first up this week, let's talk about something that we've been wondering for quite some time, but Destiny, the expansion pack, which is not surprising, but hilarious. Does everybody remember the Dark Below when we were all like, what is the Dark Below? It's going to be a World of Warcraft expansion. Oh my God, they trademarked the name, all this good stuff. Nope, it's the Destiny expansion. It is called the Dark Below, and it is going to be hitting your console on December 9th.
I really wonder, like Blizzard, like because Activision's like Blizzard's like, we're not using this, so let's trade it off to you all since you're the same underneath the same publisher.
Or maybe we should just assume that everything they trademarked for World of Warcraft, like we do every time they do something new, we're like, oh, it's got to be World of Warcraft.
It's got to be. It's got to be World of Warcraft. It's not. It's Destiny. Brand new expansion. So we're getting 3 new story quests. Which
is that much?
I don't know. It doesn't sound
that 3
like
play
much.
Sessions?
It doesn't. It doesn't sound like much on the story side of things. I'm a little concerned there.
That's what I wanted to ask you because you've played it and like that just when you say story quest, it sounds like that's going to be like I don't know 15, 20 minutes worth of gameplay each.
Yeah,
I mean,
the price of this list looks really short.
Well, I got to confess, I'm not even max level yet. I kind of burnt out a little bit. Oh. I don't want to. Well, I didn't say burnt out. I was having fun. I had a buddy who got really busy. I was playing like with a static group, and he couldn't play, so I kind of put it on hold a little bit. I mean, to get back to it, but I really didn't have much real anticipation of doing the raid anyway, just because I don't know. It seems like a lot of work. I don't have the time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. I don't know. Three story quests. Sounds not like a whole lot. I mean, if they're considering story quests like one mission that you go out and then finish and then you're going back to get the next piece of it, and it's just one mission and not like a series or like an arc of missions, that could be like 30 minutes each. So maybe an hour and a half.
Which doesn't sound like a lot of gameplay for a game like that. And when you get the sort of the accusations that are out there of the repetitive gameplay outside of some of the dungeons and stuff, find yourself wondering, why is this all we're getting? But at the same, maybe another expansion and another reason to spend some more money is coming to you in 30 days. Who knows?
Now, I have heard that these story quests are apparently supposed to make sense of the story a bit more.
Thank God for that.
So, to make it actually, here's this. This makes sense now, apparently. So.
Other than that,
but then what's going to happen to all the funny YouTube videos where they're talking about how the story doesn't make any sense? What are those content creators?
What are they going to do? They got to find something else to pull apart. So, the other things that are coming in, they're going to raise the max level to 32. So that's getting
light level.
Oh, remember, light level.
The hard level's 20.
That is right. Yes. Okay.
Why do they do this crap?
How confusing could they possibly make it, right?
I was just saying, I'm already confused. Like, I don't even.
Well, you have a max level of 20, but you can get light level up to 32.
Yeah, it's a bit confusing. If you're not playing the game, especially, that's kind of confusing. Basically, if you're playing the game and you've been doing the raid and you've got the gear and you went from 20 to 30 through gear, now you're going to get to go to 32. So they're going to add some more gear, basically. I assume that's going to get you up to 32.
I think it's a way just to create their better gear. I think all the light levels are just your gears.
It's gear.
Increased power.
Yep. 5 additional bounty slots, which are pretty much
side quests, right?
Bounty slots are
or achievements or something,
and kind of like dailies. Like you kind of go in every day and do them. So you grab them from the bounty mission guys. So they're going to give you 5 additional slots. So you're going to be able to run more of those. With one, which is good because I think it always felt like. Is it 5? So it's 5 additional slots that you can actually take double the amount of bounties than you can right now. Correct? That's what it sounds like. If it's slots, I would believe so, which is nice because then you don't have to keep running back, which would be nice. 3 new multiplayer maps, which
which is nice for the PvP people.
That is nice. Which that's what a lot of people are doing. You're either raiding or you're PvPing at this point.
I was going to say at this point, isn't that like probably a big portion of the community is probably doing that sort of stuff. So that's bonus for them. Like heck yeah.
I mean, for a shooter, I guess usually map packs are like what $15, and they have 3 to 5 maps on it. So that's not so bad in itself if you're on the PvP side.
No, that's really not bad, and that is exactly what people are mostly doing. You're either raiding or you're doing the PvP. So 3 new PvP maps, and then PlayStation users, PS users only gain access to additional co-op strike. So the Undying Mind. And then the rest of the stuff, everybody else, I guess, has to wait until fall of 2015 to get that. So that's a PlayStation
Which, by the
exclusive.
way, Xbox players,
Microsoft.
you're paying the same price as the PlayStation people.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, the Xbox people are paying the same exact price for less content.
Was this not known though? I feel like everybody, I knew this. Like I knew this going in that PlayStation had the exclusive on the DLC stuff. I thought that was like a widely known thing. I guess a lot of people don't.
Well, a lot of people didn't even know Microsoft was getting the game for the longest time. I don't think they were allowed to advertise it.
And what that comes across to me as if you got DLC exclusives, well, what I assumed it was going to be in the beginning was PlayStation gets the DLC, and then a couple of months later, Xbox gets it available. Not Xbox players pay the same amount that PlayStation players are paying the day it comes out, but not getting as much content. I
think this goes back to the original idea where we had always had the idea that PlayStation had the exclusive to Destiny for the first year. That's why we thought part of the reason why it wasn't going to be on Xbox, we thought it wasn't going to be on PC at all, because it was a Sony exclusive for the first year. And maybe they decided to release it on both consoles, but make certain DLC content exclusive to Sony for the first year.
Yeah, and I think that maybe I'm watching chat room, and I think that's maybe where some of the confusion lies. That people didn't realize how long the duration of the exclusivity was going to last, and it was actually going to spill into the DLC.
On top of everything else, that's a very long time for something like that.
Well, it's a year, isn't it? Isn't it a year exclusivity?
I mean, at this point, basically a year.
Like at least for this time, if you're a PvE person, that's a co-op thing right there for you to do. So you don't get any extra PvE stuff other than the 3 story quest.
No.
If it continues to be like that, it's gonna suck.
If anything we learned today, it's PS4 Master Race. That's pretty much it.
If you're a console guy and you don't own a PS4, it sounds like you're probably doing it wrong.
Pretty much.
Destiny PS4.
There you go. All right, next up, BlizzCon. The BlizzCon Brawl has been announced for Heroes of the Storm.
I'm so looking forward to this. This is going to be so much fun.
I still want to watch this.
This is going to be
mics on all of them.
Yeah,
this is microphones.
Yes, I was going to say the exact same thing, man. Especially some of those guys, Jesse Cox, Krendor. If they don't put live mics on those guys, then they're just doing it wrong. That would be so freaking entertaining.
All right, so what they're doing is they're going to have at BlizzCon, they're going to have blue versus red team mashup of a bunch of YouTube celebs. Coming in on the blue team, you're going to have Dave Lasercorn Moss from Smosh and Matt Sohinki, both from Smosh games. You're going to have Mike Husky Lamond, StarCraft 2 player, of course. You're going to have Krendor, who we all know from WoW Krendor, Eric Hrab, and of course Jesse Cox, who will also be joining me as a co-host for our BlizzCon party on Thursday. So don't miss that. It'll be sure to be fun times with me, Jesse, and everybody else.
Interview him on his tactics for the game.
Oh, yes. That's a great one. Yes.
What is your strategy?
Yes. So that is
my strategy is to get carried and scream while I eat Twinkies.
Exactly. So that's blue team. And then red team is, I feel like red team might have a slight advantage because of...
possibly.
Because they're all from Rocket Jump. So 4 of them are from Rocket Jump. It's Freddie Wong, who everybody knows from Video Game High School and all the crazy YouTube videos that he makes that are amazing. So you got Freddie Wong, you got Jimmy Wong, Matt Arnold, Josh Lee, Kwai, and all of those guys are from Rocket Jump. And then from the Nerdist, you got Malik Forte. So that is going to be red team. That I would mark that one down now. Go over if you're making a BlizzCon schedule, especially what you're going to watch from home. I would absolutely make sure you're watching the BlizzCon Brawl for Heroes of the Storm, because like you said, I gotta imagine they're gonna have all these people.
I take a 10% cut. We'll set this up. I need some money.
All right, who would you guys bet on? Who would you take?
I'm gonna take Red Team, and I guarantee those guys are probably sitting there playing together and looking at how they want to do this.
Yeah, we know Cox and Krindor are real life good friends, but the rest of those guys, I mean, I know they're all like they know each other and they're friends and stuff, but it just you just can't help but feel like four guys from the same channel who work with each other on probably a daily basis. How could they not have an advantage strategically and practice wise?
Damn! Now I gotta go blue team. You guys are both going red team. I'll take the action. I gotta go blue team. I gotta represent the Jesse and WoW Krendor.
Is Jesse gonna pull through?
They gotta pull through. Jesse, if you're watching this, you guys better go pull through. Get to practicing. They're probably not practicing at all.
I don't know which one will be more entertaining: a victorious Jesse Cox or a beaten and distraught Jesse Cox.
Probably a destroyed Jesse Cox. But let's not forget, somebody in chat room just said, and let's not forget, I mean, they're both really good gamers, and they've got Husky. Husky is a pro StarCraft player. They don't have any pros on Red Team. They've got a pro. I think it's harder.
People who go to video game high school.
It's a bit harder to carry. I think it's a bit harder to carry one person to carry the entire team in Heroes. That's a big difference between Heroes and League, right? I mean, it's so much more team oriented. You can't really have like one outstanding player, can you?
Yeah, I mean, even if you're like exceeding in like being, you know, heads and tails above your team, the objectives on the map are still very much team based, and you need coordination with your team in order to make a lot of that stuff happen. So I think at the end of the day, that game, that's what it's sort of geared to come down to, and not be as much about the individual player and more about the team. So I mean, that's kind of why I'm jumping on the Red Team bandwagon. I just feel like they're gonna mesh and sort of do their thing and dominate. Maybe they called it on was it Twitter or in the interview? I think it was the BlizzCon interview. They said they were looking for the 3-0. Red Team did. So there you got it.
I don't know. All right. What's the action? And yes, correct me. I said he was a pro player. He was not. Husky's not a pro player. He's a very good player.
Yeah, he's not a pro player, but I'd say he's probably better than average.
Yes, I would say he's definitely better than average, I would say.
He's around the pro scene more than the others.
Yes. All right, you guys want to take action? I'll take action. What do you guys want to do? I'll take the action. I'll take blue team. You guys both want to bet?
All right. Okay.
Are we going like? Are we doing like friendly bets of like $1, or is it like $10, or what do you want to do? Or a game?
I say I'll do this. If Rocket Jump loses, if Red Team loses, I'll shave all this off.
I don't know. That's actually not bad. He's actually been rocking that for a while.
Yeah, now. I just don't know what I have to counter. That's the problem. Like I'm not cutting this off. That's for sure. What would be the counter? I don't know what I can bet. How about this?
Justin
wait, I got you.
Justin gets TWIMMO all by himself.
All by himself, a solo
right.
TWIMMO. He doesn't want that. He's like, I don't want that job. Gannon can't even run the equipment this week. Are you kidding me?
That sounds terrible.
All right, Justin, you have to shave the beard. If I lose, I buy a brand new game, whatever you want. How's that?
You'll buy me the crew.
There you go. All right, the crew. There you go. So it's the beard or the crew. I've got blue team. Do I get any points? Should there be a point spread on this? I feel like
now you want a point spread. It's like, wait a minute, I'm not feeling as confident as what I did just a few minutes ago. No, I need a point spread.
Man, all right, maybe that could be getting myself in trouble. What about you, Troy? Do you want some action? I'm taking bets right now. This is it.
I'm definitely taking Red Team too. So
if you want action, you got to tell me what you're gonna do. I'll do the game with you as well. If you got to come up with something. You got to do something.
I don't know what I got. I'm drawing a blank. I shave every other week, so that's not any good.
Yeah, that's not good. All right, you think about it. We'll come back towards the end of the show.
All right.
But we got to lay the now because is BlizzCon next week? Is it a week from today?
Next week. Next week.
Wow, party's a week from today. Holy crap!
No, is it next week?
I don't know. I'm so confused with time right now.
7th and 8th
yes.
or whatever?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Yep.
Right.
Well,
you got to lay it down this episode.
Got to lay down this episode, and then also for everybody watching TWIMMO, there will be no This Week in MMO next week. We will be at BlizzCon, and there will be a live stream of the party live from the Annabella with Gamebreaker and Zam. Tune into that. We'll put a post up on Gamebreaker with the times and all that stuff, but you'll be able to watch it right here on twitch.tv/GameBreakerTV. That's where you'll be able to watch it. Probably like at least like a 4-hour stream. So like I said, it'd be me, Jesse Cox, Wow Krender's going to be there, Tally's going to be there. Just the list is ridiculous. I was looking at the VIP list today, and it's just like, oh my God, there's so many people coming this year. So it's going to be a blast. So definitely tune in for that.
There we go. Chad
You to dye your hair.
Chad just called my action for me. I will let my hair grow out a little more, and I will dye it a crazy pink purple, something like that.
Oh, there we go. Okay, I'll take that action. Okay, so I got blue team. He's got to. Should Justin have to shave the beard, or should he have to dye the beard? That would be funny. Pink beard.
He's like, no, wait a minute. I agreed to shave the beard. I think Justin has a real life job.
I have to go into work sometimes.
Either way, it's going to end in Justin having to shave the beard.
He's like, wait, you already took this bet, Gannon. You can't go back and start changing it now. It was.
If I have to dye it, I'm going to have to shave it off like the next day after.
Wait, why did I take this bet? Justin agreed to just shave. Like that's like what a normal man does every day, and I just took this bet and decided that was a good idea.
The whole thing off.
But Justin's not a normal man. He's a man's man. And when he shaves that beard, it's a big deal.
It's going to look like a baby.
I think I'm getting screwed. I think I got screwed on that bet, but I'll take it. Whatever. All right. I want to talk about this Twitch new policy. But first, got to take a second for our sponsor, World of Tanks. I want to thank them for sponsoring This Week in MMO. If you guys have not checked out World of Tanks, you need to right now by going to gboffer.com/tanks. If you guys have not checked out the tanks, I don't know what you're waiting for. If you're watching this show and you have not tried World of Tanks, you're doing it wrong. That's all I can say. You're doing it wrong. Jesse Cox was playing some tanks last week. I think he was playing some tanks last week and live streaming. He had a blast. First time he ever played it. Go back and see if you can watch the VOD. It's hilarious. He loved it. He played for like 4 hours. He was actually kind of skeptical, and he jumped in, and he was like, holy crap, I'm having a ton of fun. He loved it. Absolutely free to play, 100% free to play, not pay to win. Probably my favorite things about the game. Not pay to win. This music's probably really loud. Hang on a second.
Did he mute himself?
Probably.
Hey, everybody, check out World of Tanks. It's a really fun game.
I'm just letting the music
would love
play.
to tell you about it.
I'm just letting it play. I figure nobody can hear me right now except because the music is so loud. I'm like trying to figure out how to turn it down a little bit. There we go. Look at this. We got new software.
We should probably get on sometime and just stream the tanks thing and just blow each other
you know what? You know what's great? The race modes that they have now, like where you can race people and you try and take them out.
A rally team against the chat.
Yeah, they're great. All right, check it out. Go over to gboffer.com/tanks. Do it right now. Go check it out. Use that link. By using that link, you help support Gamebreaker as well and keep this show going. So we truly, truly, truly thank you for trying out World of Tanks. All right, next up, let's talk about this Twitch stuff. Twitch, changing their policies.
Yeah.
They're prohibiting...
Making it so much harder for me to stream.
Yeah, they can't...
There goes my plans for making millions on the internet.
No topless streaming, peeps. It's not... I mean... So it's kind of a gray area, and I'm wondering how far they're going to take this and where they're going to go with this. So
the question is how far they can actually enforce it.
Yeah, because it's like, so they basically say, Twitch, no clothing or sexually suggestive clothing. So, but then they say including lingerie, which I don't know if have you guys seen? Guys,
I haven't seen somebody sitting in lingerie.
I haven't either.
I can't say. I mean, I've seen girls, that show a lot of cleavage, but they're still fully clothed.
That's fully clothed. I mean, that's just a T-shirt.
Going on.
I mean, they've got, they've strategically probably have the camera kind of, pointed down a little bit. So
not accidentally.
But I mean, I guess they're kind of saving themselves to this. So if they want to ban people, they can, because I guess they could say suggestive clothing, and they could pretty much say that's anything if they really wanted to.
Yeah, or if people complain, they can say, well, we've got guidelines. Now we'll step in and try to do something about it, instead of being, you just let people do whatever.
So basically, watch what you're wearing there, Justin. So no lingerie, no pasties, no undergarments.
Well, I'm not watching Justin's stream anymore.
I gotta say that one thing I'm really happy about is like, does this make like guys have to wear shirts? Because then I'm all for that. Thank God for that. Because
that's what there's no full nude torso specifically had right after it. This is for male and female.
Thank
streamers.
God, because there's nothing more creepy than watching a guy sitting at home by himself playing Xbox with no shirt on. Like, put a damn shirt on. It's weird.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
It's weird.
There's an accident.
I don't know. Are your V-necks going to be? Are your V-necks suggestive, Gary?
Ooh, suggestive V-necks.
Obviously, only to Justin.
Banned from Twitch.
Next bullet point: don't break the law. Is that the fappening? What is that?
It's people like smoking weed and stuff on stream when they should, if it's actually illegal in their area or something. I don't know. I think that's what it is. Basically, is that or purposely?
How do you prove they're smoking weed? How do you prove that it's weed?
Some idiot streamers actually show it off.
Yeah, I've seen some that were absolutely not trying to hide the fact that they were smoking a joint.
Here it is.
Yep.
Here's my bag.
When they go to light it, it's right in front of the camera, like, yeah. I mean, I've seen that like all the time.
What if they? I guess it's up to Twitch. It's their network. I was gonna say they live, in Colorado. It's completely legal. There's nothing illegal about it. So.
It's like telling me I can't sit here and drink a beer, I guess, for them.
For them, it is.
Where it is legal, yeah.
It's actually really interesting. There was, I don't know if it was BuzzFeed or one of those sites just posted 3 infographics or charts showing the state of marijuana legalization in this country. It's like so close to just every state. It's unbelievable looking at the polls of how like the lines just
slowly switching.
They came together. It was like people who were against pot, and then people who were for it, and then like they just slowly they get to like 2014, and they just completely about 2013 they meet each other, and then they completely go in the opposite direction as far as like how the public views it.
The colors.
Yeah, there you go. No harassment or defamation of character. So there's another one. Don't do that. No botting or hacking of games. Can't do that anymore. Troy.
I'm not good at video games, okay? I like to let them play themselves.
I understand, man. You got to struggle is real.
That means no one's going to be playing RuneScape anymore. Number 1 botting game ever.
Well, this next bullet point might just throw us right the F off. Streams must be game related. Well, I guess this is games related.
Yeah, they've got a whole channel. They've got like a whole section now that's just called Games Talk Shows. So I think
don't talk about that channel.
Good.
I don't want to go on that channel. Don't. The first rule of talk shows is don't talk about the talk show. No one looks at that channel, so we don't go in there.
But I guess Black Triangle probably wouldn't count then, would it?
No, we're planning on not going on Twitch with that show. We kind of figured we would immediately get kicked off for that. So when Black Triangle does go live, it will be on another network. I don't know which one yet, but I assume Ustream. Live stream just seems wonky to me. I don't know.
You can do it on YouTube. You can live stream on there.
Yeah, YouTube might be a possibility. Does anybody watch live stuff on YouTube? I check the numbers all the time, and it's like incredibly low.
I try to, but
nobody watches games. I don't know. I don't know how active it is elsewhere, especially with JTV gone now.
I've tried to watch some stuff on YouTube, but it just never works right for me. And like, it's not. I mean, like every person who tries to watch anything on the internet ever, it's not on my end. I watch everything else fine, but yeah, I get more problems out of YouTube than I do most anything else right now as far as live streaming stuff.
Mm-hmm. I actually just thought, I do watch one show on YouTube. Maybe it'll be YouTube. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But it won't be on Twitch because that would just that would violate that bullet point and we'd probably get kicked. So basically be smart. Guys wear shirts. Girls, I guess, wear shirts. And yeah, that's basically it. So toughening up.
Don't be naked.
Don't be
naked.
Yeah.
All right, next up, WildStar opens up free transfers between mega servers. So yes, the original cost was $20. $20 for the mega servers. Right now, and well, until they say there's no cap date on this of when this is going to stop. Free transfers. So free transfers between mega servers. No limit between PvE to PvP, which they said they have realized that is a concern. of people going to PvE servers, and
They prefer for the service to be healthy though over restricting that, which I don't think it's a bad idea. It's like, first off, is PvP in the open world fun anyways from 0 to 50? Only for the higher level that goes to lower the zone and kills people.
Yep.
In reality, it's when you get up there to 50, then you're wanting to go around in that world, and that's gonna be more interesting to go around and kill people then and fight there. But it's getting frustrated when the higher level comes down and ganks the lower zone.
But either way, it sounds like they're making a good call for like you said, the health of the community on both of those servers. Let people move around and go where they want to go and play the way they want to play, and that's going to be good for your game in the long run.
Anybody jumping into WildStar lately? Anybody checking it out?
Someone wants to pay my sub.
I think everybody's just kind of waiting for like some big news to hit. Maybe
it's revamp. Yeah, I would like. It's been a little while since I played, so at some point I would love to jump back in and just give it one more go. But right now there's just too much other stuff going on, and there's not enough in WildStar for me personally, in my opinion, to bring me back in right now. There's just too much other stuff that's exciting and new and interesting happening at the moment. I can barely keep up with what I got going on right now. I'm trying to. I just got a level 90 in World of Warcraft finally for the first time, and I'm trying to run Nightmare Tide all at the same time. So
hey, I got a level 92. It only cost me $60. Sweet. Actually, it was 50.
Hey, I worked for mine. I got them bots going, but I didn't do it on Twitch, so it's okay.
We're all good. I've been playing the WoW again as well. I'm back in the WoW. I was running dungeons last night.
Yeah, I gave them $15 to look at my characters with their new character model. So I was like, well, hell, I might as well play the game while I'm here. I got 30 days. Let's do something with it. So I was like, well, let's get this Death Knight to level 90 and just kind of see what happens. And I enjoyed it. I've tried to jump into Mists before for like, a couple of days. I enjoyed it more this time around than I did the first time. But of course, the XP has been nerfed and, everything's so much easier. And I was like level 90 and like just, I don't know, 2 or 3 nights of playing. So
yeah, I gotta say, so I didn't feel like, I think my highest level tune was 76 or so. I don't know, something like that. I didn't have a max level when I stopped, took a break from WoW. So I jumped in and I was like, I'm just gonna roll brand new tune and boost to 90 and go straight for the new content. I gotta say, I went to the Blast Lens and did the new 602 storyline leading up to Warlords, and I had a lot of fun. It was good. It was short, but it was good. It was good fun. So now I'm just going back and kind of running some of the dungeons and stuff and jumping into LFR, which is a cluster F of just crate chat. You suck, you idiot.
I've never played above level 17. I feel like I should just like get in there and
17? Actually,
yeah.
Wow. Do you even WoW, bro?
You do not. You do not.
I've paid for that game twice, and I've gotten a 17 at least 3 times.
All right.
You know what I saw the other day?
You might want to try some bots.
When I was resubscribing back up, you can look at your account history and look at your all your months of when you turned on your account and off. I have like 2 pages of accounts turned on and turned off. It is turned on and off so many times since the week of launch.
Yep.
I forget I signed up the week of launch because I remember the week it launched, I couldn't get it and I couldn't find it because it was sold out everywhere. So I didn't start day of launch. It was like maybe 7 or 10 days after. And ever since
it was messed up for like a month.
There's like 40 active subscription off and on. It's crazy, but I'm back in there. I'm also back in the Final Fantasy, playing some XIV. Started playing my ninja
this week.
I was playing my rogue. I got sidetracked. Went on my rogue. I only leveled my rogue to like 10. It's fun. It's a good class.
I'm getting ready as soon as I get through the Nightmare Tide stuff and hit max level in Rift. XIV has a 14-day free trial. I saw up to level 20, I think. Daddy's going to be in that next, and if I like what I see, I'm very seriously contemplating picking that up for 30, 60 days or something, depending on what else is going on.
As long as your Rift server doesn't get a hardware outage.
Don't get me started. We'll get to that.
What's the Troy? What's the over under on? You want to take bets that you will buy XIV? What's the over under? I'll take that bet that you will buy it.
Oh man, I don't want to bet against that because
you don't own a copy yet.
He doesn't own a copy.
No, I do not own a copy. That's like the only MMO like in the past I don't know how many years that I haven't had my hands on in some shape, form, or fashion, beta, trial, something. I have never stepped foot in XIV. Like, and it's like the one that just kind of, there's always been something else, and you know, I've been doing something else when that's happening.
So if you do the trial, I'm gonna put my money down or whatever down on the fact that you do pick it up and play it.
If you was to ask me right now, I'm going to lean towards, yeah, I'm probably going to. My thing is the and of course I haven't played it, so I may be, you know, talking out of turn here, and it may not be like this, but the sort of Asian MMOs, there's just a lot of things, just artistic choices and sounds and things like that are sort of a turnoff to me. Even there's some things in Arcade, as much as I enjoy it.
This is Final Fantasy, which has its own style that we have.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is hopefully it's not like, because you know, maybe it's not like all the other Asian MMOs that I've got my hands in.
It's not. It's so not. Go check it out. All right. You gotta do that and then report back. I want to hear after BlizzCon.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be
between now and BlizzCon.
Jumping into that for the very first time ever, I'm gonna be writing about it and everything.
So like, you've got 2 weeks. You got a week off of TWIMMO next week. We'll be at BlizzCon. So from now till then, you got to do the 2 week trial and then come back on after TWIMMO and tell us what you think of XIV.
Okay,
fair deal.
I should be good to go. I should be able to hit max level in Nightmare Tide like this weekend. So then I'll start XIV and we'll be ready.
All right. Well, let's talk about Nightmare Tide then next, because something's going on there. So Rift, what happened? They rolled back after they had a hardware outage. What happened? 3 servers. There's a 1 day rollback.
Full day rollback.
Yeah, 24 hours rollback. And
what happened?
There was some sort of hardware issue. I never did get specifics on exactly what happened, but they lost save points and they had to roll back 24 hours. And it was like the second or third day into the expansion. And they rolled back 24 hours. And I understand stuff like that happens. And I'm not angry about it. But man, when I logged in, boy, did it sting to have 2.5 levels of hard work just gone.
That's gotta suck there, especially you said it was like the second or third day since the expansion.
Yeah, it was. That's
a lot of people playing during that time and playing a lot.
Yes, when I logged out for the last time before the rollback, I was level 62 and I was like 75% into almost hitting 63. When I got back, I was a little less than halfway through level 60.
Ouch.
It was very ouch. And running the same quests again was probably, because I'm like, I hate that. Like, if I can run one character in a game, I prefer just to run one character and just see the stuff once and do everything on that one character. Having to do those quests over again was maybe the biggest sting, knowing that I'd already completed them. And it just, it just hurt. And
I gotta play devil's advocate for a second though, because I mean, when you think of all like what goes on with an MMO and how many moving parts and servers and technology and people playing, it's kind of amazing that we don't have this happen more often.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
It happened a lot. Like, I know when I played Ragnarok Online years ago, it was like you'd be playing and all of a sudden you get kicked off and you lost an hour of gameplay. And you just went on. You just come on like,
it's part of the experience.
Keep playing.
Part of the game. Might as well just keep going. So what are they doing? They're going to be refunding store purchases and stuff like that for users from Fableite.
Yeah, they're going back and refunding store purchases and things like that. And then I'm not sure if it's still active right now, but there was they activated their passive XP boost that they turn on for special events and stuff like that. For the first, I know at least couple of nights that I played after the rollback to sort of help. In all honesty, it felt like there maybe should have been a little bit more, but they made the effort and they tried. And they said they're still considering, maybe other considerations. At this point, I'd say if they're going to do something else, we probably would have heard about it. But it happens. Like I said, I'm not angry about it. I understand that it's sort of out of their control. And like you said, it's amazing that sort of stuff doesn't go on more than it does these days. But that doesn't keep it from stinging when you log into the game and see it and see your character all the way back from where you were. And you're just kind of like, oh.
Did you buy anything from the store during that time?
No, I haven't purchased anything out of the store yet. I was actually
lucky there.
Yeah, I was actually considering buying some Rex and stuff and getting a couple of things. I'm glad I sort of waited just in case. Like, you have to wait around for them to. I'm not sure where they are as far as getting the refunds out on that stuff. So I'm sort of glad I hadn't at that point.
Well, they are, so like you said, Tryon are still looking at possibly giving bonuses to the affected servers, and they're thinking about offering some more compensation, but I haven't heard anything on that. So keep an eye on that. Maybe there'll be some more stuff, but yeah, it'll all be good.
If somebody's going to take care of it, Tryon will be the ones to take care of it. I mean,
always.
They're going to get you taken care of. Just be patient while they get it sorted. It's okay.
All right, next up, Guild Wars 2, Living Story. Got a sneak peek. Next sort of installment coming at November 4th. This is going to be episode 5, Echoes of the Past.
So next Tuesday.
You following this?
It actually looks pretty good.
What are you thinking? You guys can jump back in?
They Echoes of the Past, the name, they sent these out last week.
Ooh.
Oh.
Into hourglasses.
So what is I watched the video on this and I didn't see anything from like at first I thought they were going to jump back into like Guild Wars days and bring stuff.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, that they were really going to throw back into like original Guild Wars stuff.
It doesn't show anything from there. And I thought that's how they're going to bring in some like the Guild Wars content that we haven't seen yet from the other expansions and stuff and those worlds. But it doesn't look like it. It looks like they're just going into the past of the Guild Wars 2 era still.
It sounds like they're making a big deal out of this, how this is going to be some very interesting, entertaining stuff going on. So, but like I said, the video didn't really with a name like Echoes of the Past. I was really expecting them to kind of pull at the heartstrings of some original Guild Wars players and really pull something out that's going to be like, oh my God, that's from the original game or something. And the video, it just kind of says, this is about to happen. You're fighting the Elder Dragon, and I'm pretty sure that we already knew that was happening. He was awoken.
Yeah.
Now we fight him.
We have a new boss to fight. Another dragon.
Another dragon. Yeah.
Who doesn't love dragons? All right. Well, mark your calendars on that. So November 4th, that will be hitting these servers. And last up this week, BlizzCon basically, YouTube denied Visa to cover BlizzCon. Now, who actually denied?
YouTuber was denied.
The YouTuber was denied a visa to actually come to BlizzCon because they basically said YouTube is not media.
Yeah, this actually sucks for him. This is I don't know if anybody knows who Trollden is. I think he's Hearth Trollden, as we will know him as, but he's a big, huge Hearthstone YouTuber, like the number one. He's got tons of videos out there. He puts out videos daily, people watching stuff, and he was being a full paid trip to BlizzCon, and he can't get there
because of the government. That's I understand that you look at some YouTubers and say, no, they're not media. The kids that just sit around and play games and stuff. But there are legitimate people on YouTube that you would consider media. Total Biscuit, I would consider him media. Just because you're a YouTuber doesn't mean you're not media. That's not an automatic disqualification.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of companies out there that still don't really consider that media, though. A lot of people on YouTube who they're very incredibly influential and they've got a lot more reach than a lot of brands or companies out there in the video game space. But a lot of companies still don't view a lot of those, personalities and critics, and
a lot of people don't view new media as media.
They don't view them as media. But interesting that they were he was actually not able to get a visa. Surprising. Didn't know it was that hard to get a visa.
It's kind of odd that the government would make that assessment, especially if he's getting the full paid trip from the company that wants him there. Obviously, they consider him some form of media.
Why does he need a visa to just come to the States? Can't you just come to the United States for a vacation? Why does he need a visa?
I don't know. It's some sort of passport
issue.
It
looks like he might be able to go now.
I'm looking. I'm just why would you need a visa just to come to the States to go to BlizzCon? I don't understand.
He's actually a resident of
Prague?
Russia, I think, or something like that. And he's a resident of outside of where he is. So he already has. So it's something weird with that since he can't get a visa waiver to come in. But yeah, it's because they need a visa to get in anymore now. You have to have
so
a visa to get out of the US,
he's
you gotta
living
get one to get
somewhere
in.
that he's not a citizen of, so that's helping kind of
That's make
a lot of red tape.
I actually didn't
come over
realize
here.
people in chat room are telling me that you'd actually need a visa from certain countries who require it just to go on even a vacation. Interesting. I did not know that. That is something I just learned today.
But it looks like so he is going now. I see his tweet on October 29th. So yesterday, said, "Fuck yeah, I am going to BlizzCon."
There you go. All right.
Good, as he should.
Whoa.
I thought we were ending there on that.
All right.
Whoa! Ow. Music was just loud. All right, chat room. All right, people watching. Thanks so much for watching. Like I said, next week, no TWIMMO. We will be live from the Annabella Hotel at the BlizzCon, so make sure you tune into that. There's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of shenanigans going on, and tons of people going to be there. So if you're in the Anaheim area, even if you're not going to BlizzCon, come over Thursday night, the night before BlizzCon actually starts, is when we'll be doing the stream, and you're more than welcome. It's an open party. There's usually a line, so definitely I would say get there somewhat early to get in, but it's always a good time, so hopefully we'll see you there. Troy Blackburn, you can follow him on the Twitters at Noobfridge, NOBFRIDGE. He's gonna go
Zombie Noob Fridge.
Brains. He's gonna go play the next IV and report back. I can't wait to hear about it, so it's gonna be fun. And
I'm looking forward to it.
Mr. Justin Kennedy, follow him on the Twitter at JKKennedyTV. Make sure to follow him there, and you can check out when he's streaming and all that good stuff. He's been streaming a ton, so go like and
I'm finally
subscribe.
playing the Half-Life series for the first time ever.
Wow.
I've seen you make some tweets and stuff about that.
I'm on Half-Life 2 now.
Some very interesting tweets about that.
Bloody. All right, gang, you can follow me on Twitter at Gary Gannon. Come over to GameBreaker.tv, BlackTriangle.com, Facebook.com/GameBreakerTV, and we will see you next week for the BlizzCon. So have a great week. See you next week.